Hey, good morning, Periscope. This is Kelly Ramsey, and we are live this morning. Welcome. Let's see if I can get some of that sun out. No, wrong way. All right, there. That's better. So we are live this morning from Bricktown in Oklahoma City, and today is Tuesday, so it's Transformation Tuesday, and we're just going to be talking a little bit this morning before I head to work. This is not the best spot. I know, I can sit over here. I'm sorry, I'm going to readjust right quick. Give me just a second. That better spot? Yep, that's better. As you come on, let me know who you are, where you're from. Good morning, Sharika. Okay, that's better. Sun is in my eye, but you guys are good. So we are live in Bricktown this morning. I was stopping to get some coffee and wanted to come on just to talk about transformation. And I thought about, okay, I don't want to do it with my shades, but I can't see, so we're gonna have to put my shades on. So I thought about Bricktown. When I first came here in 1998, I looked at Oklahoma, and everyone's like, oh, it's a great place and we have so much to do, and there was nothing. So coming from California, it was not a great place for me, but it was also a hard time in my life, going through a lot of transitions and going through divorce. And so I watched as downtown Bricktown area transformed literally before my eyes. And so now what I see today is very different than what I saw when I first came. Now, I was looking through the eyes of a lot of despair and despondency, not a lot of hope. And so I was pretty sarcastic and like, yeah, right, that's not gonna happen. Not very positive at all. But if I look at it today, it's hustle and bustle. There's live events going on down here. There's family friendly events. There are couples, there's singles, there's a walking, there's health, there's all sorts of things. And this transformation didn't take place overnight. It took time, but besides that, it took planning, right? So years of planning and the MAPS project, different phases of the MAP project have caused this to come to fruition. So the question I have for you today is, what causes you to come to fruition? What's your planning been like on transforming your life, transforming your mind, transforming your habits, right? Maybe you want to transform your health. Maybe you want to get in shape, have better eating habits and healthier habits, and you're going to need to put forth some effort to do that. So what does that look like for you? And so as you're thinking about transformation, think about this, that one, you have to begin to imagine yourself in a new place. So they imagined that there would be families. Everything that's created today was imagined in some designer's eye, some developer, and then they went in and they got the people on board who would help to fund this development and cause it to come to fruition. And then they began to process what that development would look like. And so that's how you have a picture of what it looks like now. So even in that process, I know a little bit about developing a project or developing processes. Even in that process now, they had to draw a landscape, they had to draw where the trees would be, what businesses they would want, who they were going to engage in the community, and how they were going to keep it going and motivate it, right? And so I think it was 2 years ago, they added bikes. So you could come down get a bike and you could ride your bike, right? If you didn't have a bike, you can rent a bike. But that is a transformation towards the other phase, which is building a central park. So again, families would hang out, health and whatnot. And things are going on all the time. And so how you begin to transform, first you make a decision, you create a vision for yourself of what that transformation will look like. Second, you get a plan in place that gives you step by step of each phase. And as you're doing that phase, what resources are you going to need to make it happen? And then you start walking in to the transformation. And the only way it sticks is that you continue to walk in it. So being transformed, like for instance, I'm not going to say any like weight loss places, but you know the names. So people do these drastic measures. They eat the food, they get their package, that's all they eat, but they never transform their lifestyle. So they lose all the weight, they get it for that moment, but the transformation doesn't stick because you haven't changed your lifestyle, your habits, your thought patterns, your brain, even your brain patterns. And because that doesn't change, you go back to your old ways, or you have a fear that you're gonna go back, and so you may do an extreme. I know a lady that did Slim Fast. She was very, very heavy, and she did Slim Fast, and so she ate. I mean, she didn't eat, she just did Slim Fast, and she lost all of this weight. But her fear was if she ate, she would immediately get big again, which wasn't the case. And so she was actually hurting her body because of, she was actually hurting her body because her digestive system was all messed up because she couldn't process regular food, right? So while she is thin and she's not in the best of health, because that's not a healthy way to eat. And so you can see a transformation, have a transformation, but that also inner transformation has to occur as well. It's not just an outward appearance. And then the third piece is that you have to be motivated. You have to be motivated. If our transformation is only dependent on what people pour into us, on what people say to us or carry us along, and we don't drive any of that change will not stay, right? So when that person leaves, your change stops. When that person moves away, you stop going to the church where you were going to. When that person goes a different direction, you go where they go. And if you can't go there, then you stay stuck where you are. So transformation it takes time, effort, and most of all, you have to decide to make the transformation. So that's our Periscope for today. Hopefully that was helpful to you. Not hopefully, I know that it was, because I'm living in the transformation that started 17 years ago. So I know it works. And so if you take those principles and apply it to your life, it will work for you, because God has no respect of persons. And so if it worked for me, it's going to work for you too. Sorry about the shades, but I couldn't do the sun and try and talk and squint. So have an awesome day, and I will see you guys back here tomorrow. It's Working Wisdom Wednesday. Have a good day, Sharika, and I will have some tips for you to get your work done and to be prosperous. But God bless you. Bye-bye.